Here we have a new 2025 Chevy Malibu. This one comes in the RS trim level in nice shade metallic. And then we get jet black cloth interior. For the powertrain, we get a 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, made it to a continuously variable transmission. And it's basically just still here for 25. Hasn't had a real update since 2019. But front end here, halogen headlamps. Still a good looking car though, it's so dated. Down here we have 18-inch aluminum wheels. And keep in mind, I had two 2016 models, so I love the car. It's just, I wish they would have done more with it or made it electric. Passive keyless entry on the front. Power door lock controls. You have express down on all 4 windows. Power mirror controls, rear window lock. We do get blind spot monitors in the side mirrors, which is nice. And then we have our headlamp controls there. Hood release. This one does come with the option of the all-weather floor mats, which are really nice. Please excuse the wind. But here we have our power driver's seat with 2-way power lumbar support. Big thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Malibu today. I'll leave a link below in the description. And if you're looking to get the best price on one of these or any new vehicle closer to home, click on that second link down below. It takes a minute to fill out your information. I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on one of these. But I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. Jeez, that wind. So that's the space we're looking at here. Seat back pocket on the rear passenger side. It's a 12 volt down there. And then the top tethers for the car seats are on top there. I love having the big sturdy hanger hooks here. You can hang a uniform there if you want to. Just might get a little wrinkled because the height of the actual vehicle is not as big as, let's say, a full-size truck. But as we come around to the rear end, very nice look there. I just love this nightshade metallic. It's really a beautiful color. And the RS having the spoiler there is nice too. Very good trunk space. Inflator kit here, but you could get a spare tire if you want to. There's space for it. And then you can fold the seats flat by pulling these. Quick look underneath the vehicle. There's the exhaust system. And we do have the rear parking sensors integrated in that rear bumper. Fuel filler there. And then when you pull that, this will fold flat. You can run longer objects through to the front. And then you have your lower latch anchors back in there. And then here's our manual front passenger seat. We can pump the seat up or down, or adjust the seat back and the seat bottom right there. And then here's our glove compartment with the owner's manuals right here. And there's that 1.5 liter turbo 4. Let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So nice leather wrap steering wheel here. Horn sound. Over here to the radio, 8-inch screen. We get AM, FM, as well as Bluetooth audio. And then we have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. Wi-Fi hotspot. You can change our language there. All of our settings right in here. Buckle to drive for rear seat reminders available, as well as teen driver. Backup cameras there. Guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. Auto stop toggles here. Hazards are there. Shortcuts there. And then we do have volume. Click there to mute or hold the button to power the system down. Now down here we have our single zone manual climate control, so we can adjust fan speed, turn the whole system off by turning it all the way to the left. Defrosters are here, fan direction, AC toggle there. And then we can adjust the temperature right here. USB-C, USB-A, aux input, 12 volt. Parking sensors, we can turn those on or off there. Traction controls here. And I really like the shifter of the RS. You pull the lever, reverse, neutral, drive. You have that low mode there. You can manually shift. And I think it gives you, 7 different levels there to use that limiter. But I like the RS, you know, that little thing right there. It does make a big difference to me. And then also just having the stitching right there as well. We get an electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down and disengage. Little storage pocket there. Center console cubby space. Nothing special, but it's there for you. Now up here, I am glad that we get the LED lights for the front. You can turn those on or off there. And then we have our OnStar controls. There's a look at the back seat from up here. Now for the vanity mirrors, no light, but we do have mirrors. To the steering wheel, blinkers, high beams, you can flash there, auto high beams are right there. And then right side, we do have our intermittent wipers, one time off, intermittent low, high. We can adjust that intermittent frequency here. You pull up here to activate the front wiper fluid. Now behind the steering wheel on the left side, we can toggle our track list or radio station presets. And behind on the right side, volume up, volume down there. Now for the cruise control, we just have standard cruise, so we can turn the system on or off by hitting that button. We can cancel, set the speed there, and then we have our forward collision alert gap adjust there. And then our lane keeping system, we can turn on or off with the touch of a button. Mutes here, voice recognition, and then these 4 arrows on the side go through your center console display here, or your instrument cluster display here, excuse me. So fuel range can be shown, following distance, battery voltage, and then you can change your units of measurement here from US to metric if you so choose. And then you can also see your fuel economy in there. Push button starts here. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start. And next, let's go ahead and take this 2025 Chevy Malibu RS out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Malibu RS, pickup's decent in the 1.5 variant, even though we don't get a 2-liter anymore. And it's just much better paired with the CVT as opposed to the setup you get in the Equinox. It just feels a lot less sluggish than the Equinox does. And at the same time, the engine feels less strained under throttle compared to the Equinox with the same powertrain, which is what I'd expect. This car is lighter than an SUV. We'll give her a pull here. And I'll say the Malibu feels borderline quick with this setup, again, compared to the Equinox. Now, I've owned a 2016 Malibu LT that had the 1.5 turbo with the 6-speed, and then I had a Premier that was a 2016 that had a 2-liter turbo paired with an 8-speed, and both of those cars were quick. And this just feels more swift than quick because you don't have the shift points. You're not hearing that loud turbo blow off. But, I mean, still, pretty quick car. Now, in terms of the ride quality, the ride's pretty solid in this. Road noise is minimal even with the 18s. And the overall acoustics in the cabin are very good. I still feel like I'm not having to scream at my passengers, but it's not silent in here either. I like it. It just feels normal. And just the overall driving dynamics are good. I like the steering feel. I like the brake pedal feel, gas pedal feel. Makes sense for this kind of car. There's the auto stops about to come on. Now for the money, I do think this is just a tad pricey for not having heated seats, for not having adaptive cruise control, things of that nature that the competition pretty much gets standard when you look at the Camry, when you look at the Accord. But still a market for these because these are probably the best fleet cars that you can get. Malibus are easy to maintain, they're easy to drive, very good space in here. And even though they have the CVT in them now, the 1.5 turbo has a pretty good track record in terms of reliability. And again, if you do need to fix something, it's nothing crazy. I want to give a big thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Malibu, and I'll leave a link below in the description. But if the powertrain worries you, as long as you have this under one owner, you get a lifetime powertrain warranty. So if I sign my name on this today and I keep it in my name forever, I get a lifetime powertrain warranty attached to it. Now, if you get rid of the vehicle, sell it to somebody else, it doesn't transfer over, but you still get the lifetime powertrain warranty again for however long you have the vehicle, engine, transmission, drive axles. Now, if that doesn't entice you and you're looking to find a vehicle closer to your area, click on that second link down below. It takes a minute to fill out your information. I'll make sure that local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on a new Malibu or any new vehicle you might be interested in. But final thoughts on this, I just really wish that GM would have kept up just the development of the Malibu, because when it first got its redesign in 2016, it was unbelievable. When I started selling cars in like 2015, and when I saw this was coming out, this was the dream car for me. And when I finally was able to buy not one but two of them, I'm just thinking, I wish they had an electric variant of this. I traded my 2016 Premier in for a Tesla because the Malibu hybrids were so high. But if I could get a Malibu that was electric, I'd get one. That's how much that I love that car. And it's still a great car, don't get me wrong, but it's a car from 2016. I had the same screen, the same AC controls, everything. And I just wish they would have worked harder on making it better. But with all that being said, this is going to bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Chevy Malibu in the RS trim level.